This is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Hello, it is a Friday, and we are here on the Morning App. I'm Joshua alongside Katie and Dovy. Dovy, that is a very nice beanie.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, I wanted something with some color because it's springtime, but even though it's kind of rainy and a little dark out there, I was like, I want something that pops, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't have anything like this in my arsenal, my closet.
Yeah, you told me the other day you were getting a really cool-looking beanie, and I saw you walking in the street yesterday, and I saw a whole bunch of colors. I was like, that's definitely Dovy, for sure.
Yeah.
It looks good, but glad everyone's listening out there. We had a fantastic time. A lot of us ended up going to the women's basketball game on Wednesday. Katie, you were there. And
Indeed,
I did not realize how many people from the radio station actually went.
Yes, we had a whole little squad. It was great.
Yeah, the women's basketball team played in the WBI finals and ended up beating North Texas and winning the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really cool because I haven't really been to many of the basketball games, but that one was really fun. It was kind of sad, though, because the student section we were sitting in, no one was really, people would clap and stuff when something happened, but no one was really getting too into it.
Nobody's hype.
But then if you look over into the regular ticket holder, not the regular people, the regular section, where just the home side people from the community, faculty, whatever, adults, they were getting hyped. They were jumping up and they'd start chants and stuff. I was like, we're getting shown up right here is what's happening.
Yeah, this is like a championship game.
Yeah, it was sad.
I think the regular ticket holders know more about the team and know more about the coaches and the players, and the student section, they were there, and it's a great thing that they were there, but I don't think they knew too much about it. They're like, oh, we're in the finals.
Yeah.
I guess we should show up. What team is this again?
Yeah.
But I think as the game went along, it was really exciting. It was a record-breaking crowd.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact number, but record-breaking crowd for a women's basketball game at the home center. So, and it was packed, and most people stayed throughout the championship celebration as well, which was really nice to see. But
they had confetti and everything.
Nice.
It took it a little bit to get going because
they had to manually go up there and
give us a minute. Hold on.
We weren't expecting this outcome.
Where's the confetti? We won. What? Yeah, we won. Oh, get the confetti. Yeah, start throwing it right now. Just go ahead and get the machine.
Why do they have accents?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they originally won the game, and they threw the ball up in the air and started celebrating, and you just saw one little puff of confetti fall down, maybe
where did that
10
come
little.
from?
Just one little, you know, the thing that you pull in.
It's that's it. That's all they could have.
Yeah, it was about 10 little pieces. Then later more came down.
Yeah, no. Then it looked really cool because you could see the yellow confetti, and then they dimmed the lights and turned on the fancy colored ones.
Yeah.
You had Mackie G and the PA mic was
Mackie G, and here we won.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad everyone actually stayed through it. And it just goes to show, I think the team played a lot better that there was a crowd.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, especially because as the game went on, people started getting more into the chants. The other team, they shot, and then it was just an air ball, and then automatically everyone was air ball, air ball.
Dude,
even the little kids were getting hype. They were wow. I don't know what this means, but air ball.
It's true. The spectators are players in a way because you can mess with the psychology of the players on the
band.
Field.
The band was getting into it. They
the band too, yeah.
They're really good at doing the chants, especially when the what is it called? when it counts down. Is it
the shot
clock? Okay.
Yeah. Nice,
anyway,
Dovy.
Lithuanian. I know my basketball.
Okay, I didn't know how much you knew about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so they would start it intentionally either ahead or below the actual time so that they'd shoot too early or too late.
Okay.
And it worked like too many times. I was like, you knew this was happening. Why do you keep doing it? This girl like chucked it when they said said 1, and it was still on like 4 or something.
That's all. Yeah, the band is really incredible because we went to the Sun Belt Conference tournament and they traveled with us to New Orleans and they played us out as we left the hotel.
Aww.
And then when they got to the arena during warm-ups, they would be on the side of the opposing team, and every single time they missed a shot during warm-up, they'd laugh or they'd count. So 1 shot missed, they go, 1 miss, ha ha ha, 2 miss, ha, like the entire time. They got up to like 8 or 9 at one point when they missed during the warm-ups.
Bro.
And we ended up winning against that team.
Nice.
So the band just, they always come out in full force. They're always really good.
That's cool.
That's insane.
That is really cool.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basketball was on Wednesday, and a lot of fans came out. And now, apparently, Katie, there is a big game on Saturday, correct?
Yes, for baseball. So if you haven't, I haven't been to an App State baseball game yet, and I've really been wanting to. That was on my senior year bucket list.
Okay.
But there's one this Saturday, and they're trying to break their attendance record because it's against, so their previous attendance record was against Georgia Southern in 2013. And so it was 1,116. And so they're trying to break the record once again against Georgia Southern this Saturday. The game's at 1, and there's free food for App State students. So if that's appealing to you,
there we go.
You know,
that is appealing.
There you go. It says $1 ticket day, so I don't know if that like is for other people.
Yeah, students definitely get in free.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you're not a student, you can still get in pretty.
It'll be a nice day tomorrow, too. It'll be like 64.
Yeah, but
cloudy skies.
We need to show up against Georgia Southern because boo.
Just boo.
Just boo. I'm going to hold back here for just leave it at that. It's fine.
Baseball games in general are just fun to go to. Even app games, there's not always a ton of people, which means if they do any promotions or anything, you can usually do fairly well and get maybe some free stuff or definitely free food, of course. But just, I don't know, it's kind of nice just sitting out there watching a relaxing game if you're a baseball fan in general. Even if it is, say, a college team, it's still exciting and it's still fun to watch and support your team.
Yeah. Have you guys been to many baseball games?
Not an App State one, but I'm from Raleigh, so I would sometimes go to the Bulls game, the Durham Bulls.
Okay.
They're so much fun to see because they're I think they even have like a movie made after them or something, right? Like
do they?
Yeah, let me double check that.
I mean, there is a yeah, go check that. I don't want to say anything that I don't know enough.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna see. Yeah. There's a movie that came out in the 80s, 1988, about the Durham Bulls from Durham. But I think that to me was always really cool because it was really cheap to go to one. Like you can get like lawn tickets fairly cheap. You can just get like a picnic out, and if it's a nice day in the summer or whenever you would go see them, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was so cool because a baseball game's a little bit more chill than a basketball game because a basketball game is so like boom, 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 like back and forth, which can be fun in its own way. But like if you see a baseball game, you get to kind of lean back a little. You get to it's more like a mental game. You know, you can kind of see, what's the pitcher going to do? How's the batter going to approach the ball? And are people going to try to steal a base? So if you know what to look for, it's really fun, you know.
Interesting. Yeah, because I don't understand baseball that well. So I need to know that I'll understand what's going on at the game.
When I used to help out, I used to take a class with App TV. I think a couple semesters ago.
Okay.
So one of the things you would do is film like some of the games, and so I filmed some of the softball games, and that's I was like directly behind where the batter would be, and so that's when I realized like, oh my gosh, wait a second, like they could either like, are they going to go for the strike, are they going to go for a ball and like psych them out because they could. I don't know. It's just there's a lot going in. Once you kind of get in the zone, you start realizing how it works. It really does become like chess with a ball in a way.
I mean, I have played baseball on the Wii.
Oh yeah, Wii Sports.
That is not where I thought that was going. I was like, Katie's played baseball. Oh, there it is.
I think I played T-ball once. and I wasn't good, so yeah.
No,
it just wasn't meant to be.
We need the We Resort Olympics at some point.
Baseball games are really fun to go. I've been to a couple Bulls games, and even if you can just walk around the whole concourse. I think they have a giant mechanical like bull in the stadium that moves with the home run and everything.
If you hit it, the player gets a steak or something.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, I think if you hit the bull, if you like home run it and hit the bull with the ball, I think one of the players gets something. I think you get like a free steak dinner or something like that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like a free steak.
Like not everybody I mean, when I was a kid, I thought everybody got a steak, and I was like, what? But no, it's just the dude who did the job.
They just come out, serve it on a plate. Here's your steak.
Congrats, guys. Yeah.
But no, I've had some really cool moments at baseball games before. I went to the All-Star game for actual Major League Baseball back a couple years ago when it was in San Diego. I ended up not sitting in my seats because they were really high up, and I went to the home run derby, and I really wanted to catch a home run ball, of course. I never had before in my life, but my seats were way up there. I was no way I was getting one. So I found this little wedge in between the bleachers and the building that was built into the stadium, and a whole bunch of other San Diego fans were there. Like, they loved that me and my brothers were kind of decently young at the time. Like, they loved that we were there, and they were laughing with us, talking to us, like, and everything. And I ended up catching 2 home run balls from that game. I gave one away to a little kid that actually got like trampled in the chaos. So I gave him one of my balls because he was like crying because he didn't get the first one.
Oh man.
So he got one of them, and I got to take a nice little cool picture with him. Cool little kid. But after that, like, I caught 2 home run balls, and everyone was like, whoa, like, you're the greatest ever. They were buying us beer. They were doing everything. Dude. It was fantastic.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I'm telling you, baseball fans are really like fun to be around too. Okay. They're usually pretty nice.
They're pretty hype and cool, and
well,
even if you are
support your Mountaineers.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Baseball and softball, because softball's playing the best it's ever played before. I think they only have 2 losses in Sun Belt play.
Nice.
And
there you go.
It's been worthwhile to watch. Got a baseball song for you right here, Center Field. And on the other side of the break, we're going to be talking a little bit of that new Joker trailer. No more Marvel. We're going DC here on the Morning App.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
Back here on The Morning App, we do have our pointless debate a little bit later on in the show, even though they're not too pointless. I think they're pretty important.
Oh, very important, dude.
We got a good one today. But first off, the trailer for the Joker came out yesterday, correct? No, Wednesday.
No, it came out, I think, wasn't it April 3rd?
Yeah, yes, Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's the best trailer I've seen in the past year.
Dude, yeah.
It may be better than Infinity War. I've struggled with that, but I think it's better than the Infinity War trailer.
I mean, the Infinity War trailer wouldn't make sense unless you've been keeping up with all these Marvel movies this whole time. But this Joker trailer, everybody kind of knows that the Joker is the bad guy of Batman, who's one of the, like, one of the few most noticeable superheroes in the world, right? So you can kind of just go into it and be like, oh, I get it. This is his origin story.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the DC universe or anything like that. And it's really refreshing because I feel like if you're a fan of that genre, you just get pumped with all this crap of like trying to connect it to another universe and all this stuff, all these other movies and spin-offs. It's just cool to have this solo thing going on.
Well, and the thing with the Endgame trailer and Infinity War was that they didn't really have to reveal too much in the trailer because they were trying to go for the shock value. Like, obviously Infinity War had a surprising ending, and then also Endgame apparently has some crazy plot twists in it, so they're not going to reveal too much because they know they don't have to either.
Right,
but the Joker has to go a little more in depth to kind of tease people a little more, get people excited. So it was definitely a more interesting trailer to watch just in general, because it wasn't just action shots, it was actual like backstory and the actual story.
I didn't think it revealed too much either.
No, it did a very good job.
Yeah.
I think it showed just enough of the crazy and the creepy as well, because
get the idea.
I think the actor Joaquin Phoenix, he looks perfect for the role.
Dude, I know, man. I would feel so bad if I was Jared Leto. Like, dude, I feel so underperformed. You know, like.
But I liked him.
I mean,
I like Jared Leto.
Compared to what was right before and right after, boy.
I saw a meme actually this morning. I think that it had like Heath Ledger fans and then it had Joaquin Phoenix fans, and they were like shaking hands, and it was like both not liking Jared Leto as the Joker.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor. He's just like that role just isn't really him, you know.
I liked him. I didn't think he was.
I
thought he was good.
There's some elements I like. There's some aspects of him that were new about the Joker that I haven't seen before, but and for the most part, I was like, I don't know. A lot of it is the writing too. You know, that's another thing to take into consideration.
Well,
the writing in this looks awesome already.
Yeah, the Joker movie comes out in October, and it's the origin of the Joker, like we mentioned. It has no ties to the previous Jared Leto Joker in the
DC universe, I guess.
Really no ties.
No.
Completely separate.
You're tired of that.
And it's basically inspired by the Killing Joke comic book, which, if anybody is a big comic book fan out there, the Killing Joke basically is about the Joker who has a life, he has a wife, and is he's going downhill. He's in financial trouble. He starts working with these criminals to steal something from Ace Chemicals when his wife dies due to an electrical accident, and then he has to continue with the crime, of course, because they're making him, and he needs the money now, and I guess heartbroken and all that. Eventually he falls into a lake and becomes the Joker because the chemicals were in the lake and everything, and his skin gets bleached, hair goes green, and he just becomes crazy. So it's kind of inspired by that. I don't know how much they're going to take away from that, but there is a female in this trailer that looks like he has a connection
so diverse.
to.
Yeah, that scene. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's what I'm saying. When you watch it, you see all the little things that they set up. That I'm like, oh, he's gonna lose that. He's gonna he's just gonna be
his mom. She's gonna most likely end up dying somehow.
Joker has a lot of different origin stories because there's nothing really that's fine print. So which is kind of cool. You know, you don't have like this definitive.
Yeah, where people are gonna get upset with.
It adds a little to
detail.
It adds a little to the mystery and the craziness of the character. But yeah, I think there's some stories where he's like, I think even in the same one, maybe I might be wrong. You know, he tries to become a stand-up comedian before he fails to do that. Like, in this one, he's a clown.
Yeah.
And his laugh in the trailer was really creepy, just because it sounded like his clown laugh. Like, it's almost based off of how clowns sound when they do like a fake laugh.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It was a really cool take. I don't know. And also, like, his body language. If you watched the trailer, he has, like, there's a shot of him, like, hunching over, and, like, his body just does not look normal. Like, he's contorting it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
super weird. And, oh, my gosh. I was pausing some of the stills as I was watching the trailer. There's one where he's, like, there's one where there's, like, a big building that has Charlie Chaplin, am I saying that right? You know what I'm talking about, Charlie Chaplin, and then it had Modern Times above it too. I don't know if it was like a museum or something like that.
Okay.
And then a bunch of people dressed up as clowns, like screaming at it, and he gets like kicked out of it or something like that. So I think a lot of his inspiration is going to come from that guy as well.
Didn't they show the hospital that he blew up in like the Dark Knight?
In the Dark Knight, maybe.
I felt like I don't know if it was real or not. You know, like with the internet, you never know. I didn't have time to like look into it, but they showed a still from the trailer, and it was the same hospital that he like blew up.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But I mean, ultimately, it looks really interesting. It looks really cool. I saw that you were talking about his body and his shape.
Yeah.
Well, they had to, usually, you know, movies can do reshoots and everything, but because he lost so much weight, me and my girlfriend were reading up on it, because he lost so much weight, they couldn't do those reshoots because he was so skinny at the end of it or in the middle of it that they kind of had to film it in succession and write the story somehow as they went because of how skinny he got.
Wow.
Which, I mean, that's a testament to the character, kind of what Leonardo DiCaprio always does. He always, you know, plays for the role. He's always like in that Revenant movie. I think he was actually that skinny and everything, but
like actually hid underneath that animal fat.
Yeah, actually ate it too. Yeah. But I think it's pretty cool. The female girl in it is from Deadpool, Zazie Beetz.
Okay.
Remember Domino from Deadpool 2? Okay. She is the one female that you do see in the trailer that he kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Like you've seen the trailer, you know what it like looks like. But one other thing that I thought was really cool, and I'm trying to find the official name for the Joker, like his actual human name, came out in the comics last year, and I'm looking for it now to try and figure out what it is. But in this movie, his name is Arthur Fleck. And some fans think that it's a dig at Ben Affleck, because if you look at it, A. Fleck is Affleck, and they think it's a subtle dig at Ben Affleck for leaving.
I don't know.
No, it's definitely not.
I hope so, because that's funny.
But it's funny, though, yeah.
It's definitely not, but I just think that's really cool.
Nice.
I don't know.
I hope they just end it there, and they don't try to make any more DC movies. I hope they're so much better when they have stuff like this. And if this movie does a good job, then we'll probably get more stuff like that. But I don't know what else you could really come up with that's like a one shot and really good, like a Joker origin story.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really much else. I don't know what else they could really do. Because if you're gonna make a Batman movie, you got to make them blow stuff up, right? Like, you got to have crazy action.
Other Batman villain origin stories.
Yeah.
They could just go the Gotham TV route, but just make individual characters. You get the Riddler, the Penguin.
Riddler would be kind of crazy,
right?
Because they're all they're all kind of on the same spectrum of their villainy.
Heck, if they did this right, they could do individual movies and then all culminate into a Batman movie at some point.
Boy.
But they all have to hit, of course. They can't all be bombs. And it looks like this one's not gonna be. I think that'd be cool. I would like to see more Batman films just with a different twist, because I really enjoyed Christian Bale's Dark Knight. Even Ben Affleck's short little stint I didn't think was terrible. But I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just do your own thing, you know, and see how it works. Stop copying. Marvel's they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just do your own thing.
Yeah. And smile.
We have the song from the trailer, Smile by Jimmy Durante, here on the Morning App.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
All right, so it's a debate that we were not sure if we wanted to do or not because it's so hard. Big dogs versus little dogs. Like, how could you ever choose between dogs?
That's true.
But
Easy.
we're gonna see. We have two very strong opinions. I honestly am not really sure still where I stand on this, but I like to hear you guys' whoever wants to go first with their case. All right, Dovy.
I'll bite.
Okay.
I'll bite first.
-1.
Dude, I'm a little dogs guy.
Okay.
I'm a little dogs
dude. That
dude.
not surprise me.
I like little dogs, man.
You and your bath bombs, of course.
Dude,
you're
yeah,
dog
dude,
guy.
my bath bomb. Dude, I'm just saying.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, we know what that means.
What's that supposed to mean?
I like a chill lifestyle, and I think that little dogs will complement that lifestyle more. It's just me personally.
Okay.
You know, I don't see myself getting the. Here's the thing: if you have a big dog, you need a lot of space.
Okay.
You need a lot of food. You need a lot of money. You need a lot of. You need a lot of time to be able to burn the energy that this big dog needs, right? I don't see myself because I'm doing a lot of stuff, and so I don't think I could afford the time, the money, and the attention that a big dog would need. So for me, it's just like as cool as a big. It's tough because a big dog is nice, right? I like being able to just hold a dog, right? That's good stuff. But as a millennial, you know, it's tough. It's just not. I don't see it really being very. I don't know. It's not very realistic for me to get a big dog if I'm gonna be living in an apartment. Small dogs, however, you know, if they're tiny, they're also smaller versus the world. So you feel like, you know, you're kind of protecting them, and you have this bond that's like a little bit more authentic.
Yeah.
They look up to you. They love you more in that sense. You know, you get to. There's always room on the couch for them. They're never like slobbering. They're never. You know, they're usually.
I don't know about all that.
They're usually cleaner. You know.
What?
I'm just saying, and
Josh,
and as opposed,
his face right now.
although you can't hug them, you can hold them, and that's pretty sweet too.
Okay.
I mean, no. All that is wrong. Okay.
Dude, go for it.
The small dog, number one, it is annoying. It is loud. Okay. You think the big dog isn't going to be as annoying. That small dog's going to yip and yap. Have you ever been around a small dog?
Yes.
All they do is yip, 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 yip. That's literally all it is.
Well, any dog would do that. Well, you know what happens? Like, listen, you got to train them at least.
They're small dogs. They don't listen.
Yes, they do.
If you get if you get a big dog, you get a big dog, you get the best of both worlds. First off, if you get it as a puppy, it's already small. Then you see it grow. It's still small at some point. It grows up in front of your eyes, and you see the man or woman that it becomes in dog form.
Okay.
Okay? It can, protect you. Your little dog isn't going to protect anything. Again, I told Katie this yesterday. The little dogs are easily, like, puntable. Literally, they can just be, like...
I told him not to say that on the air. What did he do?
I don't do that, but I'm just saying, if it bounces when it barks, then it's not a dog. It's so small that it just yips
I'm not
and
thinking
yips.
about...
No, they're small dogs that aren't
I'm thinking
like yippy dogs.
I'm thinking like pugs. I'm thinking like not like chihuahuas that like look like they could,
that you can like fit in a purse.
Or nothing purse fitting. I mean, for me,
that's what all small dogs are.
No, they're not. No.
Not all of them.
Most
There's
of them.
Toy size is like, I don't know, like yay big, right?
Or you have the dogs that are so small you can't actually walk them. You have to push them in a stroller.
You do. Okay, but see, I still think that's very small. Those are purse dogs.
That's true.
They're also like trophy dogs.
That depends on the trainer.
Don't do anything. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, I think.
And sometimes they're just really old and they still want to see the outside. And they can't walk.
That was kind of nice.
That's true.
But again, the big dog, like you said, you get to hold it, you get to carry it. It's literally right there with you. It's your companion. The little dog, you're gonna lose it. It's too small. You won't even find it.
I don't know what kind of dog, like small dogs, you are thinking of.
I'm thinking like small dogs.
But that's you're gonna lose it. You wouldn't lose a pug.
You can't really play with.
You can't lose a pug, dude.
You can't really play with them.
You can see them anywhere.
You can't really play with the small dog because if you play with it, if you're too rough, you're gonna hurt it.
Here's the thing, though. Like a pug would never just. I guess a toy dog, they would never just dip. They would never just run out if they see a car, drive by or somebody throw something. Like I feel like a big dog, because they have so much energy, they're gonna be way harder to tame and control too. Like they're still like these big animals.
Small dogs have way more energy.
They have energy, but they're not gonna have
big dogs also have a lot of energy.
I'm telling you, the smaller dogs have way more. They will be the ones that chase the cars. It's always the little yip yip yips that you hear down the street.
I think little dogs also have more personality because sometimes they can be really small and then they stand up to like
a big dog, yeah.
Big old dogs. Like it's cute, man. It's just like, dude, little dogs have so much style.
Yeah, and then the big dog just whacks them away and they go flying.
No.
Yeah, because they're evil.
No, because they're just stronger and they protect the owner.
Well, I don't know. I've never been in me personally, I've never been in a position where, I've just never been in a place where I was like, I'd feel so much safer if I got a bigger dog, you know? I would want a big dog. I would want a dog mostly for the companionship.
Well, again, that's what the big dog provides. It provides protection, but it also provides companionship. And then most big dogs, they don't really protect. A lot of them just love every single person they find. My dogs are big, but if a robber came in, they would just look at it, wag their tail, and just love it. They would let a robber just come and steal everything. But they have no loyalty whatsoever. Yeah. But at the same time, I think the bigger dogs maybe shows, say, a robber or say someone else, maybe they'll be, I don't want to.
Point at me when you said robber.
Right. I'm just like, I'm trying to persuade you here, Katie.
I just can't. By calling me a robber, that's how you decided.
I was just like gesturing towards you, as in, here's my argument. Okay. The bigger dog is going to be a little bit more intimidating for, say, a robber, but it's also big and lovable. Isn't that what we want in life? You look at a big dog and you're like, wow, that's scary, but then on the inside, it's cute and lovable. Aren't we all just that way, Dovy? Where you look at us, we get judged.
Okay, I think a little dog could also do some work when a robber comes in because it's so cute. And they come in, they're like, "Hey, boy," and then they're like, they underestimate the power of a little dog, and then your dog has like a secret like bark that it just starts barking away, and then you're like,
"Oh,
I know."
Yep.
It's not always.
It's still a bark. If you're a pug, it's more of like
it's not.
I don't want that.
That's another thing, dude. I don't know. Like,
can you imagine waking up to that, Dovy? It's just staring at you.
Dogs just have more variety. Like, I don't even. You can't really find a big dog with the smushed in face like that. You know, like
that's so cute.
The fact that their eyes pop out of their head and you have to like push them back in.
They're so small. Their organs and body parts shouldn't even fit in their body.
It's just, I don't know. Like, I just feel everything it's scientifically proven that when things are cuter and like tinier, they're the tinier they are, the cuter they are, and the
more annoying they are.
That's what.
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying I don't hate big dogs, but if I had to pick between a big dog and a little dog, I'd pick a little dog.
No, I don't hate little dogs either. I'm just trying to win this argument.
I'm saying the same thing as the pineapple pizza debate, you know?
Yeah, where we hate the non-pineapple lovers, yeah.
Well, even that, I mean, pizza with non-pineapple is fine.
Okay, stop.
But
we're going off.
We clearly know
going
that.
back to this.
Anyways, yeah.
No, my dilemma is that I feel like I'm more of a big dog person.
Yeah.
Hold on. And so
she said,
no.
Stop.
In that, I like the idea that big dogs are usually, I don't know, like a little more cuddly, just because.
More loving.
Yeah. And then also, I like the idea, since I'm a small human, it would be nice to have a big dog.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so, but the problem is, my two favorite dogs in the whole world are both small dogs. My like family dog that I grew up with, she's like a little rat terrier beagle mix. She's really cute and like the sweetest dog, and she's real, like, she's small. And then also my aunt's dog is a corgi, what is it, like Russell Terrier mix or something? I don't know. He's got short little legs, and they, like, the paws turn out, you know?
Yeah.
He's so cute and so sweet, but he has all the energy of a big dog. And he's, like, friends with all dogs, friends with all people, like, just a cool dog.
Way too much energy.
Not too much. He'll tire himself out in the house alone. You know, he'll just run in circles around, and like you can throw the ball, and he'll just get worn out, just like throwing the ball back and forth.
If I had a big old house and I was like static in my life, right? Like I knew I wasn't moving. I had a family. I'd get a big dog.
Yeah.
I'd definitely get a big dog.
That settles it. Big dogs are better.
But that's a good point, though, about lifestyle being a big factor.
It's true.
Like, to think about.
That takes a while to build up to, you know? I wouldn't be able to get a big dog now. I'd be like, oh, my God, it's like a kid.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I feel like the little dogs are more like a kid because you have to take care of it even more, I feel like.
I feel like the more you have to take care of it, the more you start to love it, too.
you don't have time for that. You just told us you
know what I'm
don't have time
saying.
for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, I'm gonna make the smart move, but I do agree. I think that if you have a big dog and it takes a lot of effort to take care of it, you start to bond from that.
Okay, good. We love big dogs more.
No. I like
stop trying to just win.
No. I still like little dogs a little bit more. I mean, it's not like I hate big dogs because I like little dogs more. I think it's just it's just personal preference based off lifestyle, based off of personality too. You know, I want something to complement my chillness. So I can just come home and it can just hop on the couch and I don't need to run with it and stuff, you know.
I think it's going to be a rude awakening when you want a dog that's going to chill with you and you get a little one and it's just yipping in your face as you try to watch a movie.
I don't know why you're assuming that we're talking about small dogs as like the little tiny, like annoying
that's what the
dogs.
argument is. Like,
That's not what the argument is, though.
Big.
Because
I don't know.
No, okay, but there's dogs that are that size that are not yippy dogs.
It's true. I used to have a little toy schnauzer. It was energetic when it was a puppy, but super smart. And adorable.
See, I've never had a smart dog. My dogs have never been bright.
There you go, because you've only had big dogs.
Small dogs, I'm telling you, in my time of life here on Earth, all small dogs have been either annoying and just not very bright. Just in the ones I've encountered. Doesn't mean they're not cute sometimes, but I'm just saying they're not always the brightest. Yeah.
I like the derpy.
Yeah.
Derpy's fun.
Derpy's chill.
Yeah. Derpy's pretty chill.
Cool, if you will.
Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, we're playing the new Jonas Brothers Cool song here on the Morning App. We'll put up the poll, big dogs or little dogs, a little bit later on our Facebook and Instagram. But Jonas Brothers right now.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me.
Back here on the morning app, we just had a spirited debate about big dogs or little dogs.
It was rough.
No, oh my.
Get out. Dovy, stop.
He's winning the pun game for sure.
That's not winning.
I haven't heard a single pun from you, Josh. No effort was given.
I'll try and think of one. Now I'm frantically trying to get one. Dang it. Okay. Let's move on, though. We are going to continue with the pet theme.
You really dropped the ball there.
Is that a dog pun? Does that count?
Yeah, I mean,
it could.
I guess, you know.
Okay, I don't have time for this.
I'm trying to. I'm like low-key in pun autopilot mode, but
okay.
I can't really think of anything else either.
Okay.
All right.
So, relationship segment.
Yes.
We're going to stick with the dog theme, or even, I guess, pet theme, but mostly dog theme, because we like dogs better than, say, a cat, a goldfish, or any other animal.
That's for another time.
Yeah. You're right. But what do we think about getting a dog with your significant other, or just a pet in general with your significant other, especially maybe if you do it, how early in the relationship would you get a pet together?
Gosh. No earlier than marriage for me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's just, the problem is, okay, so say you break up, which if you're, I don't know, you never know. And so then whose dog is it? Like, who gets the dog? Like, how do you make that decision? And how do you part with it at that point?
You stand on opposite sides of the room, and you both fall to it. You stick it in the middle.
Come here, boy. Come home.
Can you imagine though? That'd be so traumatic if the dog didn't go to you.
It's gonna go for life.
That would scar you for life.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard enough when the person that you're dating has a dog, and then you break up, and then you don't get to see that dog anymore. Can you imagine if you had ownership on it?
Could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine if you had the dog and that thing would only remind you of your ex? Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
there's no way you can't. I mean, dang, dude, that'd be like, that'd be so hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because when you both take care of something, it's like basically a kid.
You'd have to be really sure of the relationship.
And then to go even deeper into the whole thing, if you actually were married and had a kid with someone and then you break up, it's the same thing. It's a reason why a lot of kids don't have great parents, because they just get looked at and they're like, oh, wow, I can't believe you're the child I had with my ex, so no, I don't love you as much.
Oh,
that's crazy.
It's a deeper thing to think about, but it's the same situation.
But at least there's more. At least with marriage, you have that, okay, we're going to try to make this work even if, I don't know, I feel like marriage is a little safer to get a dog at that point. Because then if you're willing to have kids, then, you should be willing to get a dog as well. You should try to make it work even
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a good idea for any couple to start out with a pet before having kids.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a demo. It's almost, you have to do the same. You have to, I mean, you don't train your kids, right? But you train your dog, you discipline it. You have to take time out of your day to take care of it. You have to learn how to finance for it.
You buy snacks, you buy toys.
Snacks, you buy toys. You have to find time to play. You have to give it baths. It's just kind of like you
throw them in the yard like you would your kids. And leave them out there for hours.
You let its head stick out the window, and it is a good little test run to kind of be like, are we ready for it?
That's a good point.
And then if the dog gets a little bit older and you have a kid, then if you have a big dog, it can protect the baby or whatever.
No, because my mom, when she was in college, she got a dog, and the dog was still alive when I was born. And so the dog, her name was Pumpkin, and she would lay underneath my crib, and she was my little, she loved me. And then when I would wake up, she would go and wake my mom up to almost tell her Katie's awake, go get her, go get her out of her crib. It was really cute.
Sweet.
I think that it's cool when you get the dog first, because the dog grows to love the kid.
Yeah.
And protect it like big dogs do, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of, well, it was like a big dog, but with short legs. It was a basset hound, like mutt kind of. Yeah. So she had really short legs. And so I don't know what classification that dog would be.
Big dog.
I guess so.
I'm just imagining a little dog being the same kind of protector role.
Yeah.
It's like the same size as the baby.
The little dog would be in the crib with the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nah, but yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew somebody that could. I mean, I think I do know some people that have gotten a dog before they've been.
Oh yeah.
They've been married.
I think it has to be where it's one person's dog though, and they just kind of both take care of it. I just think it needs to be established from the beginning whose dog it is, so that at the end it's not like who's gonna take the dog.
Maybe even get 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Get your own.
Yeah, but then what if you like one more than the other, or what if you both like the same dog? Like obviously
that's what I'm saying. Like get a breed that you like, that you know the person.
Yeah.
You're dating might not especially love, and then the other way around, right? So like, if we were in a relationship, Josh, you would have a big dog and I'd have a little dog, and so if we split, I'd be like, fine, I'm keeping my little dog.
I would take the little dog out of spite.
Boy.
Oh my.
No, don't do this to me, man.
Okay, wait.
Never take my
so
pugs.
Now, instead of telling people out there that, oh, you probably shouldn't get a dog until marriage or until you're really close, now we're telling people to get 2 dogs, Dovy.
I guess. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
we jump from no kids to 2 kids.
Obviously, if you're really, let's be realistic, right? If you see this being a long-term thing, and you're already like in the back of your head, like this is somebody I see myself marrying, I see myself long-term, like so that. I mean, otherwise it just doesn't make sense if you're like, I might break up with this person. Let's get a dog, right? Like that'd be
to save
weird.
it, yeah.
It would be weird. Yeah, I don't know. Don't do that. Don't ever like try to take things to the next level if the relationship's going down. That's just bad news.
Let's get a dog. Let's get 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you see yourself like already long term and you see it, and it's so far it's worked out. Maybe you've even moved in together. You've taken that step and it's working out great. You go for it. I mean, like, if it's something you want to do, I mean, it's not like, I mean, just for me, I think that's my kind of level of, thinking I'd probably want to be, once I'm married, once I know I'm, like, okay, let me go ahead and get a dog.
You put a ring on and now she can't leave, No,
like once you're super sure, like you're ready to take the next, because that to me is like a kid. Like I said, having a dog is a lot.
I think it's tough having a dog in college. Like I think a lot of these people that do have dogs in college, some of them can take care of them, but other times you just see the dog lay around the house all day or the apartment all day, and it just doesn't really get out there and play, or it doesn't get taken care of properly, which is something.
Yeah. Morgan and I, we took care of a dog around spring break last year.
I remember.
And that dog was like, apparently we found out from the owner that it spent most of the days like in a cage. And it's just like kind of like a boxer mix. So it's like a medium, and it was a puppy, but it was still like a medium-sized dog. So much energy. It was getting a lot of like, separation anxiety. We tried to like take it out and stuff, but like, it's just kind of doesn't really make much sense to me, getting a dog if you're just going to lock it up all day.
But everyone loves just to have a dog. They're like, oh, yeah, I have a dog. Like, oh, yeah, I come home to a dog. But
it's a thing.
You got to be able to walk it. You got to feed it. You got to be able to feed it different food, too. Like, just that. I always think about it, that same old dry food that they get. Sorry, I really think about dogs a lot. But that same old dry food that they get every single day, of course they're tired of it. Of course they're going to try and steal food off the counter that's
Chop up some veggies, man. Just spice it up.
I think they're supposed to eat veggies.
I don't know.
Let's do your research first before you get a dog.
Switch it up. Just same way you would switch it up for yourself, right?
Yes, but make sure you know what they're giving them. Don't give them grapes. Apparently grapes are really bad for dogs.
Really?
Or poisonous, yeah.
Whoa, just chocolate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of chocolate.
Be careful out there. Usually we wrap up the show, but we kind of went over our limit today.
We're very talky.
Yeah.
We just ended here, I guess.
Dogs just get to us. But we'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend.